Today, we're going to be going over all this drama with CS Float and what people were panicking about yesterday. Because, I mean, yeah, this hasn't happened today. This was like 24 hours ago. I was kind of busy, though, yesterday, so I didn't have time to get around to making this video. Otherwise, I would have posted it at, like, stupid early in the morning. But, yeah, let's look at the tweet that everyone was going on about. So, yeah, at the top here is the first tweet. And it says, "Hey, CS Float, care to clarify how that works?" And boom, here is their TOS saying your CS Float account balance is non-transferable. So yeah, obviously I can't just like, send my mate $100 from my CS Float balance. That's not how it works. You literally just get balance from either depositing, selling skins, which you can then withdraw to a bank account. Yeah, obviously, as a lot of you probably know, you can't transfer this. But then it goes on to say CS Float account balances do not constitute a personal property right, have no value outside of CS Float, and can only be used to enter a user transaction. CS Float account balances are not guaranteed and should not be treated as cash. CS Float and officers, directors, employees, and agents will not be responsible or liable for any type of damages. So yeah, this is what got people kind of panicking because obviously a lot of us, we don't read the terms of service of every single thing that we sign up to, even though like technically you should, and for a lot of things you have to check that you've read everything. But I mean, yeah, let's just be real, guys. Most people don't. But yeah, that's what's caused this problem is, yeah, most people don't read them. And now that they've actually been brought up and exposed on Twitter, people are kind of panicking. But before we dive any more into it, I need to tell you about today's video sponsor, which is
Skins Monkey, the safe, automated, easy-to-use CS2 trading site that gives you an insane 35% deposit bonus when using code WYLD. Also, by using the code, you can claim up to a $5 free bonus on your first $100 trade. And don't worry, there are a ton of deposit methods, so it's super easy to load up. And using the filters, you can find some skins that are just right for you and trade away any of your old skins that you're bored of. And in case you have any issues, they also offer 24/7 live chat support. But yeah, let's get back to the video.
So yeah, guys, there's a massive string of tweets here, and as you can see, this first response says probably just a liability thing. If someone uses the marketplace in bad intent and CS Float bans them, they could theoretically sue, claiming CS Float is withholding their money, as it is illegal in the US. When the balance isn't considered money, they can withhold it, no problem. So pretty much, yeah, what this guy's saying is Float only treat your balance like this so that they can't get into like legal troubles, but technically, like, it is balance, guys. You can use it to buy things. It's not like your CS Float balance is worthless. It's more just if they need to ban people, and it's just kind of a thing they've added into the TOS to cover themselves from being sued. Now, Rambo Fight then responded here saying, "You don't see any issue with a platform being able to withhold user funds because they think the user acts in a bad way. They can deny service, of course, but they should never be able to straight up freeze user funds or even steal them." And I mean, yeah, I kind of don't disagree with this because it is kind of a bit weird that like technically your money could just get held. But I think the idea is that like Float, if they did this too often and were just almost like stealing people's money, then news would spread around and people would just stop using them. So I don't think Float have this in their TOS to use it in a malicious way. Now, Carrot responds here saying they literally state in the TOS that if they terminate your account, they confiscate your funds. Rambo Fight then goes on to say, "Yikes. The fact that they, for example, banned Enzel, if I'm saying that right, who is the founder of Skinport, just for being a competitor testing out their site, shows that they could steal user funds out of arbitrariness." Now, Ojo does then chime back in saying, "I mean, he was selling items at extremely low prices to check user base activity. He got banned because he didn't deliver more than 20 items in a row, if I recall correctly." So, yeah, I mean, let's be honest, if that's the case, then technically, like, if that is against TOS to be, not delivering a bunch of these items and your account can get banned for that, then, like, realistically, that's a fair ban because it states that in the rules. Again, I don't know if they are the rules, and if they're not, then yeah, this would be a fair argument. Like, he should get his account back. I mean, Rambo Fight even says here, "I'm not trying to defend the ban itself." So yeah, even Rambo Fight agrees that if you're not delivering 20 items in a row, then yeah, that's not good. Of course, you're going to get in trouble. But imagine he would have had 10k site balance at the time. According to their TOS, that money would have come theirs immediately with no rights to appeal. That is alarming because in the end, his behavior did not cause any financial loss for anyone. And then Carrot responds here saying, even if he did cause any financial loss to other users, CS Float still takes the balance to their pockets and do shit to other users according to their TOS. And yeah, I do think like part of me agrees, like if, like unless someone has done something which kind of out of pockets or mucks over Float, because like for example, if they're doing loads of stuff and then people are creating a bunch of tickets that then uses up someone's time, and like technically if you're a competitor, you could get get loads of bots who are doing this just to attack another website. So I do think there should be some form of penalty for breaking the rules. But yeah, just straight up like freezing the whole balance is kind of crazy. Or I suppose not even freezing, but potentially taking. I mean, Price Empire even tweeted this out saying some CS2 traders are concerned after finding out CS Float's TOS does not guarantee account balance and that it should not be treated as cash. Now, some of the responses to these tweets, some of them made me chuckle. There's this response here saying it's almost like all CS2 skins are technically worthless. And I do think like that is a very good point as well. Like the only reason why people pay money for skins is because everyone kind of believes in it. But like in reality, they are just digital items which don't actually have a value. It just depends on what people are paying for them. So they are also technically worthless. But yeah, as we discussed earlier, like I do think that this is more just, you know, they just had to put this in the TOS because if they don't, they can get sued. I don't think it's actually anything to panic about. Like, I mean, I was sent this tweet saying, warning, avoid CS Float at all costs. They can ban you and lock your funds for no reason. And again, like, I feel like this whole like no reason thing, like it tends to be for a reason, guys. Or like, I haven't seen an example of someone getting banned unrightfully. If people are banned, or like, for example, when it comes to the whole like trade reversal type of stuff, like people can get banned for that. Like at the end of the day, if people are breaking the rules, then they need to be dealt with. I do think that just completely like holding all of the funds is kind of crazy. Like there should just be a fee, and then if you want to withdraw your money and just get out, then you can. But at the end of the day, like we are using CS Float as a marketplace because it has like decently low fees when selling compared to some of the other sites. But I also saw this tweet, which is literally what I was going to bring up, saying like, guys, technically like just using third-party sites is against Steam TOS. And like you could potentially get your account banned, and like Valve don't want people using third-party sites. Now, they also understand that if they just completely like cracked down on it and stopped people from being able to use third-party sites, then the market would just crash and their game would like not completely die, but it would lose a lot of players. But like, again, technically, like according to TOS, people are breaking the rules using third-party sites. So like, you know, it's just one of those things where things can be put in TOS, but it's not necessarily as black and white as people make it out to be. I do think that this was a massive overreaction by the community. I think, you know, if you want to use Float or if you want to use third-party sites, no matter which one, like as long as they're trusted ones that lots of people use and that have been around for a long time, then you should be good. Again, none of this is financial advice, guys. You do what you want to do. These are just my opinions and just analyzing what the community's been saying. But yeah, I do think this is kind of a nothing burger. But yeah, let me know your thoughts down below. Do you think this is right? Do you think this is wrong? I'd love to hear your opinions. Again, massive thanks to Skins Monkey for sponsoring the video. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it.